Yes, once again, welcome. Bienvenido. Namaste again. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, dude. Hey, girl. For the gays, straights, whatever you are. Yo. Um, Shalom. Allahu Akbar. Doesn't matter. If you don't believe in anything, if you just get up and exist and make money, going and going, yo, this is for you. Microphone check 1, 2. Ew, ew, ew. A lot of amazing things to share. It's about being unique. This video is about being unique. You, knee, your knee bone, J, unique. What does that mean? Jay, please slow down and describe the word unique, what it relates to. Use your smart voice, Jay. Antique. Simple. Jay, what does that mean? William is Bill and Richard is D-I-C-K. Right. Unique. Antique. Antarctica. Jay. If you are unique, like an antique, something that stands the test of time, something like a souvenir, veneers in your teeth, you have teeth. I don't know, something like an ancient temple that's unique or an antique, a pyramid in all parts of the world, Ireland, Egypt, Sumeria, the ziggurats, antique, unique. The builders, let's see here, the godfathers and mothers of religion, all of them, or of atheism. Who started atheism? Aha! The Protestants, maybe? Protest, Catholic, antique, antics, Antarctica, unique, ancient, standing the test of time, unique, you and me, humans. The human creation is the uniqueness, is the antiqueness. Antiquity is you. How do I know that? Very simple. You are looking at the final product, the human creation of creation, the final product, a result. Everything on earth is a result of energy. Good and bad matters not. It is a result of energy that stands the test of time. Grass. Grass is unique or an antique. And it has antics. It has ants in it. Ant. Your auntie, your auntie, your grandmama, same word. You must know how to deal with being unique. This is different now from being a pedestrian. There's nothing wrong with pedestrians or the equestrian or to go on a quest for truth, to be unique. What are we here for? What is the earth about? Why is everything growing and dying? Why does the sun rise and set? Why does the moon go through phases? Why are there so many different stars and they change positions every night and no one cares? Why does no one care, really? And not only damn that, why are humans so seduced by the light of a computer and a phone, but not lights that aren't plugged in the sky? That should be the first thing that we all get our minds blown by. Uniqueness. How are we made? Sex? A sexual organ made me and you. Fluid made you and me. Fluid? What kind of fluid? A unique, hear me now, creative energy that made a result. You're here to be a result of energy, not to be a judger, not to be in a religion only, not to be a truther or a race or a gender or anything else, or a coworker or an employee or a guru or a pharaoh. You are here as a result, hear me, of energy, meaning it starts from a point and it ends to a point and it goes back and forth, and they do it in a sacred geometric pattern. Squares, triangles, and circles, or circus, or Circe, encompass your ass is unique. How do you deal? Deal, same word as lead. How do you deal with being unique in a world, hear me now, that ignores the antiques, hear me, and ignores the unique stars and likes phones, likes gossip, likes to vote, likes to have a gun, likes to have a lot of sex, likes to do drugs, likes to drink, likes to watch a lot of movies and then remember the lines to the movie, but not watch the uniqueness in the sky or in the body parts or in our history that we are it. The result of energy, negative and positive, is the reason why you are here. To exist. To exist is to exit. Where do you go? Somewhere unique when you leave the body. What is that? Air that comes out of your body. It cannot be seen, yet it forms syllables. I'm going to say that again. Air that comes out of the body cannot be seen, but it forms words, language, and sounds. But you can't see the word hey, but I can type it and then hey becomes real in the screen. This world that we type and we can see it literally is the world that we want. A literal God, a literal Jesus, a literal Allah, a literal Buddha. You see where I'm going here? A literal Zeus, Kronos, whatever character, Horus, Egypt, whatever you like, Nimrod in Samaria, literal, a real Muhammad or Abraham, literal. What is uniqueness? How do you deal with being unique when you see the world and you can unravel all of its, let's just say, mysteries? Jay, what does it mean to be in a mystery? What is a mystery? What do you mean a mystery? The mystery is this. Many years, energy has been created. Different kinds of beings, energies have been created. There are things under the earth you'll never see. There are things over the earth you can't see, but you can see on earth what you can see here only. We are limited, but we are unique. Now, some of us cannot see beyond, hear me now, the dome, or feel beyond the dome, beyond the stars, beyond your opinions, beyond how you feel about my voice, or how I look, or how I smell, or that I'm topless, or that I'm drinking tea, or that I'm whatever, I'm black, or you're white, or whatever, or that I believe in a God, a generator of vitamin D, regardless that you might have a damn rebuttal to everything I say, to then not believe. Notice how people who don't believe they're already ready for you to come out with your version, to then debunk you, to battle you, to chop you down. So you haven't really evolved. You haven't grown with your humans because you have Tibetan Buddhists over here. You have Zen Buddhists over here. I'm talking about uniqueness, people. Tibetan Buddhists over here, Zen Buddhists over here, Hindu Buddhists over here. Then you have your Muslims. Then you have how many different versions of Christians? There's more than one. Protestants, Catholic. How many versions of Catholics are there? There are thousands and millions of versions of each thing in which we think is designed to make us unique, yet not one of us look at the uniqueness of the sun and the moon, really, or the stars, and ask us, how did our ancestors know that Aries is a ram symbol in the sky of an animal, or Taurus, a cow? How did they put a body to Aquarius as a constellation? How did they see a man with a bucket of water? Uniqueness is what I'm saying. This is unique. An eye to see something that was not even there yet, and your humans were able to see it with no telescope, with no Elon Musk, with no Bill Gates, with no voting, with no needles, with no mask, with no science, with no space shuttle, with no car, with no Viagra, with no hoo-hoo and hee-hee. Only the brain and unique ways of feeling and sensing things that are beyond. You must know how to deal with being unique. It will be a battle on this plane right now because a lot of us like low self-esteem. Sadly, it's a true fact. And we hang out with people that make us feel exactly the way that we are, meaning this. If you're a whiner, a complainer, a drinker, a wino, an addict, a pervert, whatever you think you are, a jock, you're going to only want to hang out with those people as yes men or no men to you. Fact. If you come up in there with something different now, a different vibration, uniqueness, you will not fit in. You will be belittled. Belittle. Shrunk. What is a shrink doing to you? Your shrink is belittling your conscious brain by not telling you that you have a solar plexus. And you don't need a medication necessarily or a needle. You need to know your uniqueness. You have a solar plexus, the sun. But what does that mean? You have a lunate moon bone in your anatomy, in your hand. What does it mean to be unique? To know this, to then be aware of it is what makes it unique. Being unique is not enough. Hear me. How do you know you're unique? You must be aware of the uniqueness. It's simple. How do you know it's a phone that has a certain kind of energy? You are aware that's an iPhone 1, an iPhone 3, an Android 2, or whatever. An Ethernet, internet, all these different damn versions of oxygen. You go all the way to, I don't know, Bogota. The air is different there. Why? They're high in the mountains. I've been there. And when you go there, the breathing is different, unique. In Bogota, it's true. They're higher up in the mountains. Whereas if you come over here to Iowa, the air is a little bit different, but it's all the same. However, my awareness, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. My awareness makes it unique. Do you understand me? This will save your life from low self-esteem, from wanting to only hang out with people who agree and have like-minded things that you have. Only discussing the movie last night, or who died in the news and how they died, or who is screwing who, or when are you going to have a baby? What are you going to do for your retirement? Where are you going for vacation? Hanging out with the same kinds of, this is not unique. An antique is unique. An antique is unique. Why? Because you're aware, you didn't hear me. Boom! You are aware of that antique and who gave it to you and what it relates to. Someone precious, your family. Automatically, it takes you out of being normal. You're now para-normal. You're outside of your body. You are a pair of eyes. 2, para, Paris, same word, baby. You are looking outside of yourself when you acknowledge and are aware. Hence, you become unique because you come outside of your shell. You stay inside of your shell when you hang out with the same kinds of people, when you do the same kinds of things, and you keep saying to yourself, I'm not going to drink again. I'm not going to get, how many friends you know drink and drink and drink, and they say, I'm not going to do it again, and guess what? They do it again. What an inner truth, wholeness, family, balance, vibrations. Yes, this is all about uniqueness. How does one know they're unique? Not better, but that's the queen and the king. That's the pharaoh. That's the minister. That's the guru. Okay? Not damning that either. What is unique? What is precious? Your antique. Your auntie, ant, insects. You are unique. But what makes it unique is the awareness now. I'm seeing this precious antique, and I don't know how it was made. It was thousands of years old, and someone gave it to me now, and it came out of a cave. It's the shape of Buddha's head. How did they do that? They carved a damn perfect design of a human face as a god face out of a stone. Now it's an antique. It's a gift to me, but I am aware. I'm stepping outside, hear me, of my mundane. Only want to hang out with people who think like me, complain like me, screw like me, get money like me, tell the truth like me. So your truth cannot dance with my truth. That is a problem today in the truth community. What makes us unique? Calling someone a name? That makes you an asshole, pardon my language. You're good at what you do. Great. Don't be an asshole. What do you mean, Jay, by being an asshole? It's like this. I'm good at what I do. What am I good at? I could be a lawyer. I could be an athlete. I could be a dancer. I could be a math person. I could be a scientist. You feel? I could be a cashier. I could be a drug dealer. I could be a gangbanger. I could be a banker. What is it? What makes me unique in all of this? What makes Jay unique? Jay can dance with anybody. Do you understand me? Jay does not call anyone names. Well, this is not true. I sometimes do. But this is what makes you ununique. When you decide you're good at something, you're really good at it. No one else can do it like you. And all of a sudden, it's all about you. What does that mean, all about you? All about you meaning, where is my recognition? I want to get this. I need that. Why didn't they give this? Why didn't I get a raise? Typical stuff, right? Why are you sleeping with him? You should be with me. I am better because I am worth more. And is this uniqueness? This is what the elite, or I don't know, a caste system has done to you and me. First, second, and third position. The first is gold. Second is silver. The third is copper? So you mean to tell me gold, silver, and copper should be on some kind of 1, 2, and 3 pedestal, and one is better than the other or more valuable? You combine them together and make bronze or something unique, or make bricks and make temples, and you have all of the elements you need, first, second, and third position. Therefore, there is no need to compete, no need to find a movement, no need to find a group. Every time you found a group, you got a groupie. You got a groupie now waiting for you with missing teeth, dying to know, to hear you call their name, but they don't know that they're unique until they meet you, who might be a selfish, rude person, all because you think you're the master. You're the master and the best at what you might do. This is the world you live in. Yes, it is. How do I know that? It's called trash talking in basketball. I'm a dunk on your ass. Metaphor. How many games we play and we get competitive video games and you just bash on I'm not damning this culture, but you just bang on verbally, right? Verbally breaking them down to win the game, to be better. This is not uniqueness. This is called being unaware of your uniqueness. Being trapped and stuck in a pattern, hanging out with someone for one damn reason. What's the reason? They smoke the same cigarette you do, or they slept with the same girl you slept with. So you have both the same damn things to talk about, and you still trying to figure out how to get with that one, and that one might have a goddamn STD. That's the world you live in. Fact. Insanity. But the sex was so good, yet the sickness associated with that sex, you can't see it. You keep falling for it like an insect flying to the light. Notice your insects love the Illuminati. You didn't hear me. Not your Freemasons watching me, watching you right now. They're not the ones to worry about. Your awareness is what will save you. To know you are unique and to prepare yourself and to create systems for other people to find their uniqueness. You don't force it though. They must come to you naturally, organically. They come to you. They are drawn to you. You don't have to go to church. Why are you leaving your house, a sacred temple, to go to another temple to worship God? Bring your church to your house. Make yourself unique. Be your own preacher. Preach to yourself. Be your own guru. You need someone else. Well, who told you that? Think about it. What's the reason you have a master? There must be a slave. What is a slave? Only one in chains, black from Africa, so-called? No, a slave is one stuck in not being aware of their uniqueness. Bars. What makes Jay unique? That I see numbers the way I do. And I share it with you all. That light comes out of my body in these videos sometimes. I am aware of this. Some of you aren't a werewolf. Woo! Some of you like to wear out, get worn out. Wear and tear is arthritis. In the brain, low self-esteem is wearing and tearing your unawareness, and you're worn out now. People just walking all over you, stepping on you, taking your skin and making a damn bear skin rug out of you and just walking all over you. And what can you do about it? Because you don't know you're unique. Because you've been associating yourself with movements, groups, religions, races, and genders, and not light energy. Why do your bugs not know the difference? And they keep flying and crashing into the Illuminati, the light in your screen or in your light bulb. You think they're dumb? They're unconscious? Go out in the summertime at any light bulb. Thousands of insects. For no damn reason, all of a sudden, you famous. They love you. You become a damn Hollywood star. A light bulb makes you a freaking star to an insect. Yes, it does. They come out of nowhere. Beetles, dragonflies, for God's sake, grasshoppers. I have them all on my door, just out of nowhere. The light bulb. And they just love artificial. But who made that light? A man did it, or a woman, not the creator. Woo! You mean to tell me that humans can make something? Woo! That an insect can become unaware of natural light and want to hang out with you and your artificial light. And sometimes they fly and they crash and they die and get trapped in your lanterns or in your flame. The moth will die and burn out. What did your ancestors think when they saw that? When they saw the first moth having no fear of death and loving that light so much, she was willing to die. It's a metaphor to be aware. This is a good point. Your moth is not aware like you. You are better than a moth. Your moth is Thoth of Egypt. Thoth is your cloth. Cloth? Jay. Are you worn out? What are you wearing and tearing? Did you rip something? Did you rip one? Can they smell it? Well, you will rest in peace when you RIP and you rip it and aren't aware of the uniqueness of your sulfur in your fart. Be aware of your uniqueness in your fart. Your fart is not the smell. The smell is an illusion. The smell is an irritant. The smell is the stimulation. The smell is there to be extra. Why you meditate? Why do you think meditation is here? You can do it with your eyes open. Meditation is here so you can deal with your stimulation and not get burned, meaning not be a moth to your computer, to the light in your news, CNN, Fox, the newspaper, the lights in the print, the colors of McDonald's, the colors of your Democrat and Republican, using the red and the blues. All day they sing the blues, baby, using the colors to not help you feel like you're unique. They use the colors to have you associate with following a pattern to be ununique, and you are no longer an antique, meaning standing the test of time. You hear me? What is not an antique? What can't be an antique? Think about it. What cannot be an antique? Precious, something valuable, a gift given to you. What cannot be an antique? A corporate system, a debt-based system, hear me, cannot be an antique, cannot be precious. It will not stand the test. What up there, Delight 7TD, bless you. Think about this. A corporate system is not precious. It's not unique. Jay, how do you know that? It's called A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What up, Jay Phillips? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How does it work, Jay? How is it not unique? I get up. Great. I got up. Got out of my bed. That's A. Boom. B. I move. Boom. C. I'm brushing my teeth. D. I rinse. E. I go check my wallet. F. Oh, I'm late for work. You see where I'm going? I open the door. It's you're moving in a rehearsed, predictable, do you hear me? Ununique situation. You are being programmed to move in a pattern that forces you to end up in a movement. Hence the LGBTQ. Nothing personal. I'm cool. Hence the George Floyd and Black Lives Matters and the Me Too movement and the feminist movement, the Black Panther movement. Remember that? Civil rights movement. Remember that? The Earth movement, so-called global warming. Earth is the cube in geometry. It's cubal warming, if you want to call it that. Well, who's making the Earth warm? What's happening in the sky? No one is aware. But you're aware to get up, brush your teeth, go to work, get the money, go to your card, A, B, C, D. You're not breaking it up. You're not changing the flow. You're not reversing the letters and putting C there and E and making it different and making your own history. No, you are A, B, C, and there you see A. A is Amanda. You're going to see your coworker, Amanda. You spend more time with her than your lover. You leave the mother of your children and sometimes your family to go to a job in which you're more intimate with them without having sex. You are more intimate at your job as more of your husband and your wife, making the money, punching in, nothing personal. I do it too, than your family. Fact. You will be spending more time working than living and making love and being a father or a mother. Fact. I'm not damning you for that. That is not unique. That is rehearsed and predictable. I'm not damning it. What is unique? You don't go to work. You make a flyer. Say, hey, don't go to work. Put the flyer on that person's porch and say, don't go to work for one day in your city. A no work flyer. And no one knows who passed it around. You just keep passing them around. Maybe they'll catch on and no one will go to work for one day. The government will freak out. That makes you unique. To think that thought is unique. And it's simple. It's simple. You don't have to agree with me or believe in God or not to understand. Take a day off. Don't do nothing. Change the order of your alphabet. You know what? Today is going to be E first. Then maybe I'll go to Z. You know what? I'm going to put Q over here. And I'm going to lowercase b, capital L. Change their fonts, people. Look at your Instagram. Instagram has how many filters? Horn filters, heart filters, Make yourself look 12 again, for God's sake. No more wrinkles in your face filters, big boob filters, big butt filter. Are you kidding me? No wonder why you're in a movement. You have an app that is ready to make you predictable. Yes. Your credit card is predictable. Your credit card has a certain pattern of numbers. You put that number in there, boom! It knows who your name, where you live, how you smell. What? That would be unique. Your credit card is more unique than you and me. The system is not. The number in the credit card is God, him or herself. Fact, it's the numbers. How do you deal with being unique today? You must see yourself as an infinite number. And I don't mean a member number for a co-op or a social security number. I don't mean your days are numbered. This is not what I mean. This is not what I mean. If I'm competing now, which you should not be doing, how many years you've been competing in Gladiator, Bread and Circus, competing, being better? Doesn't matter if it's sports, even at your job or at sex. I want it better, honey. If you give it to me better, I promise, and it still doesn't work out because they end up cheating anyways. Why? They aren't aware of their own uniqueness. They associate that with their hoo-hoo. Yup. Fact, women do it too. Cheating, and men cheating or drinking or licking. You see where I'm going here? Kissing bum, being afraid to tell the truth because you didn't know that you once were someone that loved being unique. Meaning, hey, there's Taurus. Simple. We're done. Hey, there's Cancer. Hey, there's Ophiuchus, a guy who holds a serpent. How did my ancestors know there's a constellation that is a gigantic man holding a serpent like he's playing the bass guitar, and it's in Libra? How did they know where it was in the sky to then give it to you today to even have a birth chart reading? That's a birth chart reading right there. Did you hear what I said? You don't have to believe in astrology because astrology believes in you. Think about this shit. If astrology was an atheist, you'd have no sky. If the sun was an atheist, you would have no light to talk your shit. If the moon didn't believe in nothing, people, it's common sense. If the moon didn't give a F and was completely gangster, like your poor people, all races, suicidal emo kids, right? The death metal, the gangbanger people, the trap music, it's all the same shit. Your bluegrass is the same shit as your damn hip hop today. It came from the street, the country. The country is the street, dum-dums, not my chat room. A street and a country are one and the same. A ghetto and a country are one and the same. It's called a cunt tree. No disrespect to my women. Cunt tree? You better wake up. Now! What up, Jay Phillips? Speak, I will. You're a fisher of men, and so are you. God bless you all. Now, watch this. You are an infinite number. Yes, I'm telling you this. How do I know your infinite number? By the way, I haven't eaten all day. I'm fired up with energy. I'm fired up with nature. I stand on rocks. You know when you stand on rocks, you're eating your minerals without chewing and being a glutton? There's nothing personal here. Don't have to be appetite dependent. How many of you get exhausted and need protein and need some chef or some 5-star place? That's bull, like Taurus. I am the bull. Do you have a bully at school? Where'd the bully come from? The bully came from Chicago Bulls? No, Taurus. Simple. But how did your ancestors know? So when you win something, they say that you have won. Jay, say it again. I've been eating fast food all day. I've been gangbanging. I've been, you know what I mean, praying to my God and ignoring other gods and thinking that I'm better and voting and worrying about the queen being dead now, so-called. You think she's really dead? Y'all people funny. Y'all people are fun. You think that woman's dead? You think anyone ever dies? You better be careful with your damn TV. Be careful. This is common sense. There's no such thing as a funeral. Look, who started the funeral? When you win something, you're one, the number one. Who started the idea of a funeral? Dress up in black, put them in a box, dress them up, make them up and shit. What is this? In the word funeral is the word fun. A funnel. Tunnel? That makes me unique that I can see that. But I have to deal with it now. How do I deal with it? Because most can't see that. And then now I have to deal with people who can't see it. Those who can't see it might come and hurt me one day with their words or their hands. Yes, I'm prepared for it all. That's why I work out. That's why I don't eat the protein and take their stuff, the juice. You get it, OJ? No one's going to juice me, big brother. I am not a juicer, and I will not take steroids. And you know what? Never mind the god darn things that are happening today. How many of your gosh darn athletes, your bastard athletes, sold out and cheated by taking steroids and you thought they were awesome? Hitting home runs, getting the hot chick, throwing touchdowns, right? Tracking and fielding it, riding the bike, right? In every category, martial arts too, taking steroids and cheating, promoting Coke and Pepsi, promoting Walmart. They all sell out. Nike. When little Asians are making that in a sweatshop factory and they get abused while doing it and they pollute their own country so that you and I can have sneakers that we will kill someone if they put mud or ketchup on it. In black culture, they love their sneakers. I can speak for black. In black culture, never scuff someone's sneakers in the ghetto. They will kill you. Fact. Real shit. Or their car. That's universal. You scratch someone's car, brand new wax, they will kill you. In certain parts of it. You know this. You know that does not make you unique. This is rehearsed. This is predictable programming. I've seen this movie. There you are, the villain. You've been in a bad situation. You're living in a bad world, so you become bad. No, rise up. You play bad music, death metal, trap music. What are you doing? You want to get out of the ghetto? Stop playing stuff that promotes the ghetto. You want to get out of heroin addiction and stop getting sick and cancer? Then stop playing Ozzy Osbourne. That's it. It's it, dude. Let go of Megadeth. They had their day, boo-boo. We are at war with not being unique. We are at war with being unaware. We are at war with being focused on things that don't matter. Meaning, what happened in the goddamn news? Well, what did your squirrel do last night? What did the raccoon do last night? You know how many times I see raccoons? They're so clever. And I don't know shit. You know what the raccoons do? They're geniuses. They know the underground tunnels to your earth. Now, this is what's amazing about your raccoons. None of you think like animals. You eat them and God bless you. I don't eat animals. Raccoons are your preacher. Raccoons are your ninjas. Raccoons are your ninja turtles, all that shit. How do I know that? I go outside, about, 2 nights ago. It was about midnight. I see this big ass furry creature. It was a raccoon. Where did it go? In the sewer. Ask yourself a question. How does a big ass rodent that's bigger than your leg squeeze itself in a flat, tiny hole and then go in a tunnel? And then it went underground and then it came out the other side of my sidewalk. And I was like, holy shit. I saw it. And then it was a couple. It was 2 raccoons. One went underground, and it came out the other side of my street from another side of the sidewalk in a hole. It was the size of my freaking leg. They were both huge. Now, how they know that and how they do that, and how many times did the raccoons die to figure out how to live and adjust themselves to man-made tunnels that we can't even fit and get into? You think you've advanced? If the whole world is incinerated, who do you think is going to survive the most? The raccoons and the roaches and the insects. Why? They understand tunnels. They understand the underworld. How many of you can fit inside of a damn tunnel or the side of your sidewalk where the sewer is? None of you. Unless you smoke crack and lose some weight. A crystal meth addict could do it. A crackhead could fit through a flat slit in the sidewalk like a raccoon. Mostly none of you can. What am I saying here? A raccoon is unique. It knows its uniqueness. It knows how to adjust and risk its life underground in tunnels and figuring out how to go from one side to the other side and get out there. And then you and I are up here on land just walking around and missing all of the underworlds and hidden treasures and treasures that are hidden in the sky like stars, and your phone and the hot girl or the club or the new beer at that bar is way more important, isn't it? Or what they thought about Trump. Wow. What is this reality? Have you ever asked yourself a question as to not why are you here? You're here to exist as a result of energy. Did you hear what I said to you? This is what you're here to do. Okay, you see this light here? This is what you're here to do. It's on right now, right? Okay. Do you get it? Sun rises. Why? The sun sets. Why? I look a little bit bluish now. I'm in the dark. Now I'm not. Either way, I exist through the negative, positive. I exist. Do you get it? The light does not know anything else. If the light bulb thought like you, it would implode, blow up, and not give you Thomas Edison's bullshit, lead, mercury, and cadmium and mold all in my apartment with your slumlords giving you mold. There's now one place you can move to today where it's mold free. So you're doomed. Or are you doomed? You're doomed to get sick. Don't run away. Don't go somewhere where it's gonna be better there because they cleaned it all up. There's no such thing as cleaning. And what is a funeral really? Because nothing really dies. Everything expands and it goes back in the universe. So where do you think your queen really is? I'm gonna tell you where your queen went. God save the queen. Dun, 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 dun. And then the king now. We got a king. Elvis. You're Elvis in England now. Is worth $1.5 billion. Did you know this? And he passed the money on to his son, another rich bastard. Not the homeless. Don't get it twisted. The royalty, all the people in power, they always donate. They sponsor the ballet. They sponsor your hip hop labels. They make sure that Jay-Z can be here, of course, right? They make sure that you have a building to work in. You see what I'm generic shit. Oh, they love charity. You're royal people. Do they? Do they? They have enough money to solve homelessness. They have enough money to figure out how to rebuild things that are destroyed. No problem in one day. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, you know what he's worth. What is it? $5 billion? How many homeless in the US? A couple of million? What? And you got one asshole worth billions. Go back to your queen now. Where do you think she went? She didn't die. That energy went where? What culture that you can never really see that will sting you if you piss them off and possibly hurt you or sting you to death and give you a bee allergy? Hornets. The queen bee is your queen bitch. That energy gets recycled and put back to a certain octave. You see, your queen was a hornet. Was she not? With a nest. Beautiful yellow and black royalty with her wings and her needle, and him with his needle. Beautiful yellow, right? The insect's beautiful, but it has a needle. And all of the little worker bees work for the queen. Even in the hornet culture, did you know that when the man mates with the queen, the man dies after mating and the queen lives? Everything is for the woman. So in reality, none of you really die. You go back, hear me now, you go back to working as the vibration that you acted as through an insect or an animal. Fact. So you must befriend a hornet to communicate with your queen now, or anyone who's died in ancient times. Do you get it? Look at your insects. Where did your royalty come from? Where did your guru come from? Where did your Sifu come from? Look at your squirrel again now. I'm a Templar Knight now. Lovely. I'm going to fight for the Holy Grail. I'm going to chop off heads and burn things and steal your religion and blah, blah, blah. Here I am now with the Holy Grail. The term squirrel. Fact! Jay, why are you yelling? The term squirrel comes from Shia, squire, knight. Etymology is a squirrel. Fact! That's a fact. What came first? The sword or that tail, that bushy, incredible, ripped, natural, eating nuts only squirrel? Then you go to the insect kingdom. Kingdom. Hi. Where do you think your queen is right now? You better wake up. She's in your hive, honey. Yes, she is. Do you get hives? This is a great build. You ever get hives? Where did it come from? Don't play rituals. It's not an allergy. It's not even a disease you got. Your DNA has been manipulated by a ritual that reversed your immune system to make you think that you're sick, to make you think that it's in your genes. Your doctor told you. What's the first thing happened to you when you are born in this age? Beep, beep, measles, mumps, right in your arm. Right away, before you even have a chance to freaking breathe, you get a needle. No judgment, the doctor. What's in the needle? You trust some person in a suit. 9 months I've been in your belly. 9 months. And how long were you dating the man or the woman, right, to put it in to make the baby? Years, maybe. If it's a one-night stand, usually years. You took time. You fell in love. Now it's 9 months. You mean to tell me, boom, all of a sudden, here's your family doctor out of nowhere who does not have the same right or relationship to a lover or your family. No. Remove, that's a trick. Family doctor? That's a trick to get someone into your family. This is a good build. I'm not damning a doctor though, but it's a good trick to put someone in your personal nest to poison you legally and to have you thinking you have cancer and diabetes from your genes and your daddy had that and now you have Crohn's disease and some damn Autobot, automobile. Who did this to you with autoimmune diseases? Whoever made the automobile will go back to your queen now. She did not really die. Respect your demons and your angels. You must know your enemy and love them. When they die, they morph. If you're a Freemason, hi Freemasons, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a secret person, you know what I'm talking about. If you're into Wicca or witchcraft, you know exactly. I have friends who do rituals. I have friends that have their own version of witchcraft. Make little pouches and stuff. They put herbs and minerals in these little pouches and they chant stuff and they're doing stuff with pentagrams. I work with them. Great. Wonderful. Let's unify, people. Where y'all at? Because we're in trouble. Back to being unique. What makes me unique? That I know the queen is not really dead. It's an energy vibrating in your head and in your kingdom of nature, and it's still working the bees, the worker bees. They're still there. She's still here. That queen bitch bee. I am not damning my insects, but you are not a hornet. You are a higher octave, and you should know this. You don't know this? Why? Simple. Something on this earth in every age has not wanted the human being to progress and know their uniqueness. It's called the Pandavas and the Kauruvas. The Montagues and the Capulets, Jay, the gays and the straight, those who are awake, those who aren't awake, vegans and meat eaters. Do you get it now? Flat earthers and ball earthers, Crips and Bloods. Do you get it now? Shirts and skins, people. Wake up. Wake up. Nothing dies. What up, Anonymous? What if death was just a word? It is a word. Death is breath. Same thing. Breath. Put a D. Death. Breath. When you leave, you didn't leave. When you leave, you left with Eve, the goddess, Venus, the moon. Eve is in leave. You never leave. She is always with you. Unique. Uterus. Nothing still, Bueller. Unique is the antique, is the Antarctica, is the ant, is in a sect The insect is the queen hornet bee, in which all of your royalty are copying the insect kingdom. Did you know this? Think about it. What do they? Do you watch what bees do and hornets? How they work together? Never mind the hornet, the ant kingdom. Everything the ant does is for the queen ant, not for the man or the king. You're in trouble. First of all, you had a false queen murdering, we know this, but she was, sponsoring the ballet in Hollywood, right? Murder, but she gave you, I don't know, a tax return, right? Okay. People, wake up. This murdering queen, you had a false mother nature. This is a great way to see it. A false mother nature died after so many years. Everyone loved, metaphorically, every part of the world, you will have a hero like this, where you look at them but not yourself. And they have all this money, all this stuff, but you don't matter. You're just a person getting a selfie with the queen or the king or LeBron James or, I don't know, Joe Biden, whoever it is for you, or Trump, or Abraham Lincoln too, or George Washington, Freemason, a secret mother beeper that knew what? He knew how your bees work through sacred geometry, because they make something called the honeycomb, baby. Show it again, Jay. It's your apartment complex. They gave you the technique to build geometry. Your queen is not dead. The mentality of the queen is infinite. It matters, though, who is standing in place of your mama and your daddy. Who is your king? You can have a king. You can have a queen, sure. You can have a prime minister, no problem. You can have a guru. Who is the guru, though? Who is it? What vibration is it? Like, what is in your needle? You didn't ask a question, and you got mad at me for not getting the needle. But did you ask a question about what your vaccine is stored in? I won't tell you what that is. I want my video to stay here. Research what your vaccines are put into. Great, you got one. I don't care. Good for you. We cool. I'm not going to call you any names and damn you, make you feel worse. I know someone personally right now who I'm teaching holistic dance to, who is a Zen Buddhist from England. She meets with me once a week because she likes the way I think and the way I use dance. And I met her at my store. She's going bald after she got this. She told me this. She was crying tears because she was not allowed to come to America unless she got 2 of these. And she did not want them, and she's a vegan. Fact! And the tears. But for the love of her grandchild, she got 2 of these to come to America to go bald. Yeah. Fact! Shame on science. This is where you live today. Okay? What is in your needle? What's in it? I don't want to hear about a booster. Great. Wonderful. Tell me one ingredient in that booster, and I might respect you for doing so. None of them know what's in it. You can look it up right now. The little names and shit, they sound like alien planets or alien villains. All of them. Xyloth and Xylan and Quanlan and Quainloon and Red 5 and Yellow 6. Look it up. Cow uterus is used for your flu vaccine. Fact. The vagina of a cow. Fact. The uniqueness of an animal is used for you to not be unique. God damn. That's a great way to see it. I don't judge you. I don't really give a shit. We're all going to go, right? Do what you do. But you must know what being unique is and how to defend yourself in a world where nobody wants to truly be unique. They're afraid. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, famines. What up, Solfeggio? You believe in Planet X. Solfeggio and the expanding apocalypse on this inorganic land. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now about what you just said, Solfeggio. It's very simple. I'll help you out with what you just said. What is Planet X? Let us be clear. Before I explain to you what Planet X is, because it relates to being unique and what the Earth shape really is, which no one cares about, you better care. Why? It's like you've been in a relationship with someone your whole life and you found out they were cheating on you. How'd that make you feel? like shit, suicidal, right? Alcoholic, maybe. You know how that feels. I've been there. That's why you should know the real shape of your earth. Not only that, but you should be able to handle the sodium fluoride rat poison that is in all of your baby food and in your water right now and in your apartment giving you natural mold. It's in your air conditioner. It's in your heater, I guarantee you. You'll never see it. Your landlord doesn't give a shit. They work so hard to build things just to make an economy out of sick, hear me now, toxic buildings that give you cancer legally. And no one protests that. No one knows what's in their apartment, never mind the needle. What is in the walls of your apartment before you protest abortion, George Floyd, animal rights, Earth Day? Shush your mouth. Do you know what's in your house? I guarantee you don't. Go ahead and just put a hole in your wall and pull crap out and see all the asbestos in there. Go into your vent in your bathroom. My vent is so dirty, it doesn't even blow anymore. It doesn't even sound like this. It sounds like because it's full of asbestos. I could clean it. Of course I could. Why bother? I'm over it. Lysol, bleach, that's also poison. What do? I spend time outside in nature and I detox. I don't eat that much. Your body needs to be what? Empty for what reason? To get ready for all the poison that these demons who've been here for thousands of years want you to have legally in your apartment. What's in your apartment before you talk shit about the truth? What are you inhaling in your room right now? Wake up, not my chat room. You scientists talk a whole lot of shit about Einstein and math and isosceles and this and that, but what's in your apartment? Lead, mercury, and cadmium. But you got a PhD, huh? You are not unique then. It's okay. It's okay. Your piece of paper is cute. What's in your apartment, boo-boo? What's in the walls? What is in your TV but radiation poisoning and it's making your eyes go blind? I am also going to get cataracts from watching all the red and blue lights I'm getting here. What are blue blockers for? Wake up, people. Planet X, what is it? They're lying. It's terrible when you've been lied to. Of course, Jay Phillips. I am here to help you with the lie. I am here to help you deal with the lies that have been given to you, because many of you have not been taught how to handle being lied to. Think about it. Now you're awake. Do you ever think, how do I handle this? No, you didn't, because you might go crazy. Yeah, you've been lied to about every damn thing. You thought that tricks were for kids? Remember that? Tricks are for kids. Remember that one? Your cereal, your protein. Remember you were told you have to have breakfast? Okay, that's great. Milk, right? And cereal. Watch this. What's a serial number? Did you hear me? It's a serial killer. Even Eminem had a rhyme about that. Putting murder material in your cereal box. Murder material in your cereal box? He's telling you something. Your cereal's killing you. Why? There's Roundup. What's Roundup? Monsanto's wonderful cancer-causing Agent Orange spray. There's Roundup in Lucky Charms. This is a fact. And I don't care. People, once again, you take it for what you look it up. Your cereal is death. So it's turning into a serial killer, literally, legally. But no one protests this. They're worried about Trump, Ukraine, Russia. Okay, great. You've been at Russia and Ukraine your whole life. You have had Russia and Ukraine fighting in your intestines. It's called Lucky Charms, McDonald's, Hollywood, Twizzlers, Coke and Pepsi, Viagra, side effects. All the medication, the side effects go where? In your spam account. Your spam is your liver. Pardon me. Spam is also canned food. Is it a coincidence that spam is also used in your internet and your email spam? It's also fake ham. You better wake up. Do they can you when you get fired? They canned me. I'm going to kick the can. Wake up. Be unique. How do you deal with it? You create your own version of dance, your own version of religion, your own version of numerology, your own version of astrology, your own version of being a cashier. You get into some place of work and you make it better by simply existing within it and directing people's attentions to things they never saw before, like the numbers on their receipt that they dance everywhere in license plates and in time periods like I do. Simple. You do this to be unique today. Because you're in trouble today. You got a lot of ignorant people that want to be ignorant. They don't have time for your shit. They want to push a button and put a thing in it and eat it and get it now. It's called what? Uber? Uber Eats. Get your food now. But what they serving you? How many Africans I'm seeing from the motherland? Black Lives Matter. Who do you think's poisoning you? Your brothers and sisters are giving you bad food to pay their bills. And then they're supporting themselves to poison them damn selves, because all of the people who drive Uber that I see, nothing personal, are overweight and unhealthy. And a lot of them are African or Haitian. I'm not damning this people. I am not damning them. But why you think they're doing that? The American dream, right? It's bullshit. It's a lie. Your American dream to make the money is only going to support you now, going to get Lucky Charms, going to get Netflix, going to be distracted from being unique. Your brother, hey brother from Africa, hey brother, please, I am you. Come please, brother. These people are the ones giving you Uber Eats. Meaning, what kind of food do you think Uber Eats is? It's not all organic, and even organic is bullshit today. Processed foods, I've seen them with Coke and Pepsi in bulk, white bags, running upstairs with styrofoam boxes of shit. Black people from Africa directly giving white people death. Fact. You know this? Go to Domino's Pizza. You know Domino's Pizza is anything but pizza, but it tastes real good. I used to eat it. Of course, you know it's horrible. They have to microwave the shit. Go in there. They don't even use healthy things to heat the damn cheese. You know this? It's all electronic and radiation and full of mold, probably. You don't care because it smells good and it tastes good. Meaning you are not unique. You aren't aware. What up, Michael Gregory? Talk all day, baby. I'm here to give you that real stuff. I speak simple language. Your truth community is complicated with opinions, ego, and I did not like the way you did it. You don't follow so-and-so, so I can't follow you. Oh, now you eat meat, or now you're back to watching porn, or you fell off the wagon, and you have no compassion for that person. Shame on you. You have no room here in my channel. You must have compassion if people struggle. You don't make them feel worse, especially if you used to do a lot of boning and ejaculating and eating meat, or whatever you want to call spiritual behavior, or anti-spiritual. Come on. If you're homophobic and you drop F-bombs, that is not truth, honey. That's abuse. It's assault. You're pissing someone off as opposed to enlightening them. So if I'm gay and I want to watch you maybe, and you said the F word, now how do I see myself and see you? Now I'm confused. But you're so good at making the truth that I keep following you. It's like being in a domestic violence relationship where you embrace being beaten in order to be loved is not uniqueness. And that's why you're sick for thousands of years. Because your abuser is your lover, but you didn't see the abuse. You only felt love because it smelled good like Domino's, like Lucky Charms, but it was anything but breakfast. It was legal death. And someone from Africa, the Black Lives Matter movement might have given you that food. And I am not damning those people for paying their bills. It's the scenario and the irony. How many black managers do we have at McDonald's or Burger King from Africa who, might sexually harass the people there? And yeah, sure. Listen. They love to have sex in Africa. You know that. It's a fact. A lot of rape happens, and I'm not supporting this. It's true. A lot of rape happens in Africa with black on blacks, not white people only here now. Wake up. I'm doing this for a reason. It's not only about black. It's everybody is not aware. You pay me $20 an hour, and I'll share space with you? What? You mean to tell me if I get paid a salary, that motivates me to then spend time with you more than my wife and my children? But if you don't offer me the money and you say, hey, show up at 10 o'clock and I want you to clean toilets. You wouldn't show up. But now I said it's $20 an hour. Now you show up. Aha! Magically. You're motivated now because of money that came from a tree. I'm only an hour in now. Love is the way. Yes. Get to truth from thinking critically, care for yourself and everyone else. Service to others. Well said, Jay Phillips. That should be a damn tattoo. You don't need a Bible and a sutra to meditate. You don't need Buddhism. The one thing this woman that I'm dealing with right now, listen, I am living proof of this. I teach holistic dance to real people. I don't just do lives like this. I do stuff outside. You understand me? I have no car. Everything's in walking distance from me. My job and my studio. It's called Nature, is where I teach dance, is my studio or my apartment. I've taught dance in here. Look at how small this is. I've had people come and want to dance with me in my apartment. Not a studio, not an opera house with the king and the queen and skinny women. Oh no! Okay, my internet is acting funny. There might be some issues with my internet, so just... What up, Double Helix? Let me know if you all can still hear me. I just got a sign of my internet. That might be some interference. Pardon me if it happens. It's been happening a lot lately with my internet. Are you all able to hear me now? Let me know. Am I good? I just cut off there. Big brother. Thank you, Jay Phillips. All right, now I'm going to show you Planet X. What is Planet X? What is the logo for Earth in astrology? This is how you find out Planet X. Thank you, Jay Phillips. Here is your Earth logo in the zodiac. Now, here's Planet X. Pardon me. You get it. When you turn it, it makes an X. You see it? It's a cross. It's an X. So technically, Planet X is Earth. Don't let NASA, NASA threw something at you, didn't they? They took away a constellation, didn't they? The 13th one, or they put it in there, they confuse everybody, and everyone thinks the zodiac is all messed up. Be careful with these people. Just know your symbols. Know your stars in the sky if you can. You don't have to be an astrologer. You don't have to believe in it. Watch this. If you don't believe in astrology, I'm gonna help you with this. This is how it works. Do you believe in corruption? Most of you will say no. Okay. Do you believe in poison? Most of you will say no. This is for the atheists. Okay. You don't believe in astrology. You don't believe in poison. And you don't believe in, well, whatever. Poison. We'll stop there. Now, or corruption. Watch this. Do you have a job? Yes. You don't believe in God. Okay. You're paying your bills. You don't believe in astrology. You don't believe in corruption, right? And you don't believe in poison. You're against those things. But you have a job. Okay. You got up. Did you have a shower? You don't believe in poison, right? Did you have a shower? What's in your water? Here you are, getting ready for work. You're an atheist, right? You don't believe in God. You know everything, nothing exists. Everything's bullshit. Here you are in the shower. Sodium fluoride, mold, mercury. You know you're getting all the sewage shit. You get man-made all day. Yeah, all that crap you threw away. It's people, your water is compost. Sorry. Here you are, right? Now, that's poison. You don't believe in it. You just poisoned yourself. Now you believe in it. You get it? You have no choice. Now you go to work. You don't believe in corruption? Well, what are federal taxes? It's a fact. We slow down. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in corruption. You think it's all, But you're now got a job, you have a corporate job, you're paying federal taxes, which you know the federal taxes is controversial. Let's just keep it simple because I want my video to stay up here. Just people, wakey, wakey. You know your federal government has corruption. How do you know that? It's called economic sanctions. That's corruption. Starving people to make a point and killing children through starvation is not the way to fight a war. Corruption would be putting sodium fluoride in your water and not telling you that, and not filtering every apartment, giving them bronze and copper pipes only. And your house should only be made of wood, pure oak wood. Every house, every apartment. This plaster wall, this shit here, it's poison. You know that it is. What's in that wall? Mold. Why? That's not normal. It's all lead paint too. They're just giving you legal shit. So you believe in corruption if you have a job. You believe in poison if you've showered because you allowed yourself to get poisoned and you allowed yourself to pay federal taxes for a government that legally put the sodium fluoride in your water and didn't tell you, and then used your money to blow up Arabic people, Ukrainian people, Russian people, Vietnamese people, Native American people. It is what it is. It is what it is. No one cares. You are in a corrupt system. Fast food is corrupt. It's legal diabetic food. Did you eat that? You don't believe in God, though, or astrology. If you have the ability to eat fast food, is my point, and shower in poison and support a corrupt system with federal taxes, then you should at least be open to astrology, into the sun and the moon, into God. Bars! I've sold it to you like no other car should be sold. Double helix. How do you show compassion to someone who messed up your life bad? Woo! It's a great question. I must ponder this one. Oh, but hold on. The one thing about my dance classes, this woman likes a lot, the way I do it. She practices Zen Buddhism for 12 years, really into it. Now, in her mind, meditation is to be quiet, no noise, no talking, just breathing. I am the first person that she's worked with in which when I talk to her and I keep talking, she feels calm, like she's meditating. And she's not used to that because her way of meditating is to be quiet and to be calm. And I'm showing her there's another way to do it. You can still meditate and be Zen-like. My name is Raw Zen, wink, wink. I didn't even know what Zen Buddhism was back then when I gave myself the name. You can be a Zen Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim or a spiritual person, even in chaos, even in stress. You can still have an order and a uniqueness. It's how you see the world. That's it. How do you have compassion for someone who treated you badly? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I do believe in punishments, not like, revenge and going to hurt them. I do believe in punishment. It's called capital punishment. It's called Capitol Hill. Watch me cook this with no animals. Capital punishment is political correctness now. Capital letters. Oh, letters are bullshit. Every letter is a number. And my numbers are going to blow your mind again. Today, I'm going to show you another miracle. Buddha speaks directly to me through numbers. AKA Allah, AKA Shiva, AKA Yahweh, AKA Jehovah, speaking to Jay through numbers, no matter if Jay's on the wagon or off the wagon. And how do I know that? Sometimes I might fall off the path myself. There, I told you. But I guarantee you I'm on it strong enough that I got my shit together. But yes, I'm a bit off. No one's going to be a perfect spiritual guru today. If you weren't raised in a family that knows how to do yagnas and rituals and when to pray and holidays, if you're not raised in that, of course you're going to end up confused. Of course. What up, Double Helix? What up, Kaline? Think about it. You weren't raised in a spiritual world. You were raised in a corporate, got a needle, got a TV. I got a favorite rock band. It's called Led Zeppelin. Okay. Kenny Rogers. This is how you were raised. You weren't raised with Shiva. You weren't even raised with Jesus. You were raised with a hospital. The hospital is your church. Think about it. It's real shit. You should be going to your hospitals for church, not the church. It's the first place that you were born. The church is where Christ was born. You mean to tell me you go there? This makes no sense to me. You go to a foreign building with symbols of Jesus. And a female and bleeding and shit and beautiful design. There you are, listening to "This one was born the king," and you were born too. But you don't go to the hospital and acknowledge your born day. This is a good point. And you just have a ceremony for yourself without even, having any dolls of Buddha or Christ. Just you show up at the hospital and make your own religion. You're a religion. Your birth is the birth of a god, because you're a reflection of all of them and the demons. Don't get it twisted. You are born with flaws. The whole point of this earth is for you to embrace your flaws. They want you to like being sick, to like not being aware of the stars. They want you. Who's they, Jay? They. They is Yahweh. It's the same word. Your Yahweh is not all good. Neither is your Christ. Neither is your Allah. Even Buddha has some stuff going on. You must know the demons in the stories. How do you have compassion for someone who has been bad to you? Well, you must understand what they did to you was a learned behavior. So they aren't bad necessarily. The way that they were raised was bad. Woo! Like the mold hiding behind your wall is your mother and father now. So you were born into this. Born into having a favorite rock star, a favorite rapper, a favorite lover, a favorite TV series. You weren't born into being spiritual. You weren't born into being aware of the sun and the moon. You were born into being aware of being in a building and a beep, beep machine and a needle and someone yelling at you and someone pulling you out and feeding you. And now here's a nipple or here's fake milk. And now you grow up and now you have to get a job. You have to be gay. You have to be straight. You have to be a religion. You have to vote. This is bullshit. Absolutely. How do you deal with someone and have compassion with them? You must think about how they were raised and have compassion for that family. Then do a ritual for them. You must have rituals. Why is that? Sodium fluoride is not just poison, it's a ritual. How do you make sodium fluoride? Alchemy. Yeah. Now, what's alchemy, Jay? It's a book, right? The Alchemist. Everyone loves that book. It's a movie too, isn't it? Simple shit. In order to poison you, you have to be an alchemist and know how to manipulate the symbols of the stars. Who rules copper? Venus. You didn't know that. Now you do. Copper is in your sperm, and there are natural traces in your brain neurons. Fact. And you lose them from the computer and from your ego and from the needle and from listening to someone in a suit that you just met. And you had me for 9 months. You're willing to risk 9 months of patience. You didn't smoke, no alcohol, to have this and to screw it all up after 9 months from some stranger who's in a suit in a strange building. That is not your house. You should be born in the bathtub of your own house. Yes. Yes. What happened to that? Your neighbor should know how to do it. Why not? In fact, everyone should know first aid, Heimlich maneuver. Nope, they don't know that. So if you're choking, you're fucked. Pardon my language. Everyone should know CPR. But your lifeguard knows that, but not you? What is a lifeguard? What is right guard deodorant and aluminum poisoning that gave your mommy and daddy Alzheimer's maybe? Don't play around here. I have to say maybe because I want my video to stay here because there's no proof, right? These bastards, they poison you and then you get sick. You don't even know why, or you go bald, some side effect, but you don't have any proof to sue them. Shame on them. So think about their parents is how you have compassion and how they were raised. Do not look at the person who affected you. Go to their mold in their wall. The mold in their wall is their family, is their mommy's mommy, the mother of that queen, the mother of that king, the mother of that prince, of that guru. And what bloodline? Is it the Moguls of India, the Raghu family? You know that ragu is not just a goddamn tomato sauce. Ragu is a very powerful Hindu family bloodline that is directly responsible for Ram of the Ramayana, the Ragu tribe or dynasty. Fact! They weren't real humans. They were metaphors for light energy. Then they manifested into a physical energy and became human, though. But they weren't human first. It's a metaphor. All of your dynasties die. Anna, wake up. The moon. She got many different versions of light. For every piece of light of that earth, of that moon, of that sun, of that star is your Bhagavad Gita, is your Bible, is your mythology. Every square inch is every demon, every hero and villain is the light in the sky. How did your ancestors know that? To then make a tribe, to then make a villain, to then make a hero, to then make a Vishnu, to make a Christ, to make a Moses. How did they know that? Job 38:31. Can you not see Orion's belt in the Pleiades and Taurus? It's in the Bible. Al-Tariq is Venus in Arabic. Al-Tariq is in the Quran. Who is Venus really? None of you will know until you die, which never happens. You leave one thing and go to another thing. It's called fear factor. Someone wants you to be afraid of death. Corpse, corporate, corporal. Right. What up, Colleen? Salam. Double helix. She became a crackhead and stole cars, and somehow my name got involved. I was thrown in jail, lost my rights, cost me over $10K. God bless you. And I'm only halfway through the resolution. Double helix. God bless you. Double helix, you are not that problem. Double helix, you are not that scenario. It's an illusion. It's bullshit. It's only there to distract you from being unique. All of it's bullshit, but you must deal with the illusion. You must deal with it. But don't take it seriously. That 10K never existed. Money is bullshit. 10K, the K is 2. 1 and 2 is 12. So 1, 0 doesn't count. 10K is 12. 12 apostles were there telling you that something had to be sacrificed in order for you to be unique, double helix. And they had to give it to you how? Through a challenge, through demons. And that's all that every story is about. Look at Moses. What did Moses do? It's just a good dude, didn't fight shit and create problems and stuff. He had to fight stuff. Look at Jesus, how that one died. Jesus Christ. That's horrible. It's a horrible story, actually. If you think about it, it's painful. You go in the church, you see all the bleeding and the thorns. Oh my God. But you don't go to the hospital to acknowledge your birthday as a day of Christ? Why not Easter Sunday, you go to your hospital and you had Easter with yourself? Woo! God damn it. What is wrong with you? You mean a white guy that Julius Caesar or the Catholic Church or the Pope thought up from Italy or whatever part of Europe? I'm not damning white people. I love white people. But your version of Christ is racist. You know that. Of course it is. It's done for a reason. So they make up some beautiful, skinny or chunky white guy with a crown of thorns and sandals and shit and a robe in every church all over the world. He's always white, sometimes black, but mostly white. But you, no matter what race you are, there's no face of you in the church. Just a regular motherfucker. Just a regular person who is responsible for that church being there. It's called the donation plate. Why isn't your face up there? Not to be worshipped. Respect. This is a good point. You don't ask the preacher questions. Like, preacher, thank you for your sermon. Wonderful job. But preacher, what's in the walls of the church? What kind of water's in here? Is it sodium fluoride? Is there a mold problem? Before we have church food, how many churches have a cookout? People, wake up. Think about it. How many churches are full of mold and mercury and lead? Wake up. I'm sure tons of them don't have no idea. And God bless them. And here they are preaching, and they're getting sick legally. What would Christ do? Christ would not talk from a damn building. He'd be outside, or Buddha, or Krishna, or Allah, or Abraham, or your atheist God. They'd be outside, of course, waiting for someone. Hey, you, come here. I want to talk to you. Not in some building or a temple. Your temple is your head. Jay Phillips, you got this, Double Helix. Thank you, Jay Phillips, for supporting Double Helix. And thank you, Double Helix, for putting yourself out there. My whole chat room is supporting no trolling in here. And isn't it funny how the trolls always want to give you porn and a dating website? I don't need to have sex with nobody but my damn self. You hear me? I don't need to have sex with no one but my damn self and my numbers. You put your thing in someone, you be careful today. Because it might seem good in the beginning, just like your food. Your fast food tastes real good in the beginning. 20 years from now, yeah, diabetes. Your lover could possibly be that way too. Do you understand me? Your job could be that too. Your building could also be that too. It's called mold. So how you going to detox? You need to have a relationship with rocks and dirt every day of your life. If you don't have that, then you are not awake and you are not a truther. If you don't promote being barefoot with pine trees or promote having this shit in your house. There is no water in this. There is mold in my house. There is lead in my house. Ask yourself a question. How are these dead flowers still holding on for life? It's called life force. It's called detoxing. It's called natural energy. You cannot kill this. Look, it's still holding on. It's all dried up, but it's still there. It could still be a flower. Look at it. That one is still blue. This is after about, I don't know, almost a year now. So how is it doing that? But you're depressed. You need medication. This flower is not saying, Jay, I want my water. I want to be not dry anymore. It's saying, thank you, Jay, for showing me how strong I am and I can survive lead, mercury, cadmium, chemtrails. How? This plant is aware of its uniqueness and you are not. Simple. This plant does not fear God. It's one with God. It's a difference. To be one or fearful. It's a difference. Change that term, God-fearing. It's bullshit. Sun-gazing, yes. I'm going to blow your damn mind and put it right back together again. Miracles happen for me every day. I don't show them all the time because most of you don't understand it and they get low views when I do. But this is how God works. I'm sorry. No one has proof of God. Why don't you ask your damn preacher too? Hey, preacher, can you show me some evidence of God? What is evidence of God to you? Ask them these questions. Don't damn them. Just ask them, what is your evidence of God, of God's work? No, you personally, can you show me something besides the Bible, besides this building, besides your words? Is there anything else you got going on with you personally? They won't have shit but books and Bible study and PhDs. Great. Nothing but nature, really. You see where I'm going here? And numbers, they've been distracted and they're no longer unique. Your preacher is predictable. How do I know that? He's going to preach a sermon or a semen. Sermon and semen are the same. And is that preacher faithful to their wife? Probably not. Wake up! And what does that one eat? You must practice what you preach. If you are preaching the word of God, if you're eating food that is not good for you, like fast food or animals, and you're overweight and you're sweating, and there you are, though, preaching, and you're great with words, then you are not preaching the word of God. You are preaching confusion, Confucius. You are making your damn devotees confused, and they like it. They love being confused. Hallelujah, oh, that was great. But what is he eating and what is he doing with your money? Your donations, where did it go? Did you ask questions? No, you just trust. You just trust. You have faith in the system, but you don't have faith in your son or your daughter. Remember that? You were hard on them. You better man up. Don't cry. You better go out there. Remember that? You didn't have faith in your damn children, did you? Oh, my son's a pussy. He's a little bit feminine. Shame on you. Remember that? Oh, they're a bit sweet, you called them. They're a bit funny because they were gay. Remember that shit? Now they're at school getting bullied because they're a bit different, because they're unique. Remember you called them a faggot? Remember that one in your family? No faith in their children. And they'll talk all kinds of shit about their little weakling in their family, and they have favorites. Shame on them. Sick. You call yourself a Christian? Not my chat room. You have more faith in someone you only spend 2 hours with on Sunday than your own goddamn children. That is not belief. That is grief. Your poor child. You put more faith in that one. You never ask them, where does my donation money go? Is there mold in this church? Am I inhaling lead and poison while doing the hallelujah? Have you cleaned your church? Is this temple made of oak only and precious bronze and copper? Or is it full of shit and plaster and asbestos with an air conditioner? And here you are, hallelujah, getting cancer and lung cancer. God bless you. And your Christ Jesus on that wall will not stop the diabetes, will not stop the lead and the mold that is hiding in your church or the corruption. You can, though, and that makes you a person of God, not the freaking book. Hi! That was brilliant. Don't ask me to repeat that one again because I black out when I talk shit. I go somewhere else. It's called the land of light. No land of truth here. I'm beyond truth. It's a pep talk. Pep talk is your periodic table. You ready to wake up or you ready to pick sides still and call someone names and put more faith in a doctor that you only meet for an hour when you live with your husband, you live with your child, you live with your grandfather, you live with your grandmother. I have a customer who has a father who has had blood cancer for 25 years, and he's lived with it because he researches his own shit and does not trust the doctor. And he comes to buy food from me, healthy food, as a cashier to feed his 25-year surviving, God bless that man, cancer survivor, because he will not go to the needle people. So you've got some woke people out there who get it. Do you see what I'm saying here? And I serve them all day. Did you hear me? 25 years, blood cancer is no joke. That would be a death sentence. How do you live 25 years? It's called you look at nature and holistic medicine, and this one is woke. Now, hold on. Numerology moment. The screenshot of this video shows the numbers 851 on a car. 851. J, where are you going? JHE is 185 in Pythagoras. The 1 is a J, the 5 is an E, the 8 is an H. And here it is in Pythagoras above. Review, people. I'm going to blow your minds. In Chaldean, the 1 is a J, the HE is a 55 for 155. So we're dealing with 185 and 155 or 515. Watch this. You don't believe in God, right? The Bible only? That fat guy or woman talking for hours? Here's 851. Jay, where are you going with this? Slow it down. Now I'm going to blow your damn mind. Guess what visited me today? In a screenshot size. Oh, I don't know. Boom! There it is, 851 KB. You ask yourself how that happened, and what is that 851 covering up? But a Buddha. It's Buddha. It's a Buddha. That's how God speaks, honey. That's a miracle, honey. That's a miracle, honey. And that happens for me, whether I'm good or bad, so-called, whether I'm on the wagon or off the wagon. So don't think that being spiritual is by behaving yourself all day and being good all day. It's not realistic, especially if you don't have a team around you that was raised in how to do semen retention, how to control your lust, and how to be a vegan. It's not realistic. You have all been raised in a Walmart, Walt Disney, lustful, stimulated, impulse, greedy, gluttonous world. How could you ever understand this and see it for yourself? Of course not. That makes me unique. Now, how do I deal with that? I show people the evidence. That's how I deal with it. And they shut up real quick. And their eyes do this. Customers, I show them this. Every day. I'm doing the work of God. You feel me? We aren't done, though. Today, this number appeared. You're not ready for this. 515. You see it? There it is. On a receipt, that's I bought food. You see 5, 1, and 5 there, and the name Isabel. She was my cashier. She was using my register where my numbers appear. And I magically bought something for 515. That is 155 JHE. Now you tell me, is that Buddha? Yup. Is that Allah? Yup. Is that Vishnu? Sure. Is it Yahweh? Yup. Abraham? Yup. Moses? Yup. Take your pick. Take your pick. Scientologist? Sure. They're God? Sure. Illuminati? Sure. Freemasonry? Yep. It's all of it, honey. Wake up. Don't pick sides. It's not right. So 515, okay, that was a receipt. Jay. I can do a lot of saving of lives sitting on my ass with a phone more than anyone doing yoga, rituals, with doing all this stuff and buying crystals and doing astrology readings and getting a PayPal. Great. Wonderful. But they cannot show you the work of God, really. None of them have it. But they can tell you where your moon and your sun and your Sag. People, it's a new day. It's too confusing. You astrologers, step it up now. Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, boo-boo. Now, 851 review. Shut up in a screenshot size. 515. Jay, did 515 show up in a car for you, too? Blow your damn eye. And put it right back together again. There it is. Okay? You ask yourself how I did that, and that's right in front of my store where 515 appeared on a receipt. David Blaine, who? Never mind David Copperfield. Never mind the Magic Kingdom of Disney. You are a magician. I am you. What you gonna do with it now? Are you motivated? Go find your number. Get your name decoded by me. It's $60. Everything's down below. It won't take long. We'll get it done. You'll be awesome. We'll move on. Most won't do this because they're not aware and they don't want to be. So how do you deal with being unique? You must show your evidence. And never give up. And never think you're crazy. Never get depressed. You've already been depressed. You want to know why? You used to drink Coke. Remember those days? Sprite. Remember those days? Remember watching the World Cup in hockey? And you didn't realize your pelvis means a cup or a basin in etymology, and they're playing for the pelvis of your temple, of your sacred body parts, which doesn't mean shit. But the preacher, but the doctor, but the actor, the historian, the dictator gets it all. Putin, Napoleon, Abraham Lincoln, Jesus, anyone but your name. Anyone but your name. The virgin birth metaphor was still a version of a birth. You all got birthed. But your birth doesn't get an Easter holiday? That's called humanist. That's called that one's more precious than me. That's called self-loathing and liking it. Calling yourself a sinner. I have compassion for you. I'm whooping your ass. I already showed you enough magic. I've got more to show you. But really? A receipt and a car and a screenshot and a car all syncing. Are you kidding me? You should be like, yo, this one is not human. I am not a human. You know what I think that I really am? And what's visiting me all the time and why it keeps happening like this? I am an incarnation of all the things that Vishnu, Buddha, I'm all of that. I'm just in this form now. I'm Jay. I'm Rosen. I'm this color, this skinny. I'm this fat. I'm injured. I'm not injured. You feel me? I will come here every age and do this dance. But I will always come here with amnesia and be a dumb baby that needs milk. But then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to help you all. Every age needs to have a hero. Not just any hero. Not just a hero that knows how to fight and kill shit, because that didn't work. Think about it. Braveheart didn't work. Rome still won. How many Celtic women and men fought against Rome or the colonists and lost? But there's statues there. But we still have a Roman system and a corporate world. We lost. So you don't want to learn how to fight necessarily and be a warrior only. What makes you a unique hero? Being out of the body, showing evidence that you are immortal, that you will come back here as a number. I will come back here and haunt you all as a number. I'm preparing myself for immortality, meaning I'm already immortal. So if I died right now, these cars, I'm telling you, everything that I'm doing, zoop, you will all see them right away. And they'll visit you every second of your life. Why? I did the ritual and I showed you. That's called doing a yagna in India, where they burn shit with like mandalas. That's a yantra. That's a mandala. That's my version of a mandala. And then I frame them all, and I have them on the floor of my apartment. Another powerful one that I saw. Let me find it for you. It's going to blow your damn mind. You are not going to believe this one. You are not going to believe, and you need to believe, because your lack of belief isn't working either. Is atheism solving homelessness? Is atheism solving depression? Is atheism, you see where I'm going here? Is anarchy solving any of that? No, it's not. Even is your astrology saving that poor man? No, it's not. So do you see where I'm going here? What's the solution? Martial arts, MMA, get a gun, do yoga, do Pilates, do ballet, be a rapper, be a banker, be a scientist, be a professor. People, you're none of those fucking things. You're a light body expressing different shades of light, but you can't see it until you die. Humble yourself, truther. Not my chat room. You truthers are very arrogant. Me. Shut up. I am the truth. How do you know you're the truth? Where's your evidence? I'm showing you my evidence. It's a new day. We need evidence, people. All right, give me a second here. I got some stuff to show you. Otherworldly. Blow your damn minds. And put it right back together again. Give me a second, I gotta find it. Haha, I found it. Oh, I love my life so much. I love my life. I'm gonna get a photo of this and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna give you one more example of magic because many of you can't handle this stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. You need to get into magic and numerology and not just video sharing in the Illuminati. And is it a man? Is it a woman? Or is it flat? Or is it a ball? Or is it a vegan or a meat eater? We're not getting better, people. I'm not damning your movement, but it's all bullshit. It really is. Gosh. All righty. Wonderful. Here we go. Now, I got something for your ass and your head. You're going to love this. I'm going to prove to you that I am not going to die. When I die, I'm going to become these numbers and I'm going to live forever. And I'm going to literally manifest as a human from these numbers because I made it happen as an alchemist. But I had to do the work by being aware. Do you get this? All that makes me unique. God damn it, people. Wake up. You're all magic. Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it doesn't believe in you. The sun didn't believe in you. Your solar plexus in your stomach would shut down and your heart would stop, boo-boo. The sun wants you to live. Why are you suicidal? Why is that happening? For you to be depressed? Something, whether you're good or a bad mood, wants your heart to go. Even in a bad mood, you're fucking even with chronic pain, your heart Yes or no? How are you depressed? Who did this to you? Awareness. Blow your damn mind. Now, this image right here is a Buddha. Okay, you can tell it's a Buddha. Now, the time period of this Buddha, the same image, I had to zoom in. I'm going to show you how Buddha works. It's not with meditation only. Shaving your head, Himalayan mountains, not realistic, doing yoga, going to some guru, never eating any animals ever, never watching porn ever, never ejaculating or none of those things. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a bit lustful and God still appears for me even after I watch some porn maybe. Yeah, I said it. A low octave, demonic, Illuminati, sure. I do it to prove a point, to prove that God loves me. I fuck up on purpose to prove that you should not shame someone. It's about your work. You get up, you do it again. And if you get up and keep the faith, you'll be forgiven and God will appear even if you fell off the wagon. Because if God would damn you for ever falling off the wagon, you and I would have been damned and killed thousands of years ago. They would have given up on making humans. Of course. Think about it. How many mistakes we've made in murdering and killing children and animals and raping and stealing. How many years? We've been praying and building shit and being amazing, but then also sucking. How many years? The most important Buddhist you should know is Ashoka. Ashoka. Why? Ashoka was a militant warrior in the beginning who was betraying and killing his family and killing people of India, apparently. Ashoka did this. I have never killed anybody. I've eaten animals and I've watched porn and busted nuts. That's my only bullshit. This one was murdering people. Ashoka decides, hey, I'm tired of this. I want to be a Buddhist. I'm going to stop. And sure enough, Buddha appeared in his life and everything worked out. And everyone believed in this guy and everyone forgot about the murdering he did and all that crazy shit. And they gave him another chance. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Don't let anyone fucking shame you. Don't let anyone trick you in leaving where you live to go somewhere else. Do not go to Mexico. It's better in Mexico. Don't fall for that shit either. Be careful. Time period of that Buddha, 1185. Jay, why are you showing 185 as my name in Pythagoras? And that relates to directly this. This image here. Okay, the number is down below. So it's about Buddha. Now, I'm going to take you here. Now I'm going to ask you a question. How does 1185, a time period of a Buddha of Japan, in your face in a receipt? Woo! El Nino! The zero don't count, boo-boo. And there it is on the other side too. Twice I had this omen on a receipt. Look, people, you better wake your asses up and ask yourself how I did this and how I'm aware. That's what makes me unique. I'm going to frame this shit. I have hundreds of these. And it all happens with different people every freaking day. And then I go home and my screenshots, sync with my name, a strange customer, and Buddha or Krishna. I even have JHE, my number for Christ. I have 185 for crucifixes and 155 for Christ as well. If you anything you want, I can pull it out. But the problem is most of us do not believe and we're tired and we're waiting for a generic cookie cutter A, B, C, D truther. You will be punished for that. How? You will suffer. You will get sick and it won't be fun. And your truther will have all your goddamn money and all of your lust. Because a lot of you want to bone your truthers. You know you do. Be careful. Nothing personal. God bless your truthers. But a lot of you want to bone your truthers. They're very sexy when they break down words and shit and they do all this stuff, don't they? And they tell you to go somewhere where it's better. Is it really better? If you haven't dealt with your personal trauma, first of all, and all the years you were asleep, and process that, do not go to Mexico or anywhere or India or Thailand. Stay where you are and bring Thailand, bring India, bring Mexico to where you live if it's so-called better there. I'm a BRB. I'm going to share this real quick. Bless you. Love all, exclude none. I am with you. Great. Colleen, will repent. I get that. Freestyle line, J. Sure. In good and bad. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Got you. No solution. Be grateful. Magician. Cool. I used to play tarot cards. Very good, Colleen. I'm manifesting everything I just showed you. And I have hundreds of them. Look at this damn search engine for a Buddha mantra. 18555, people. For Buddha. Okay, people, I can dance on your brain and show you God all day. I am not going to die. I am not from here. I am an incarnation of Buddha. Yes, I am. Of course, we all are. You can't exclude certain humans. That's racist or humanist. But the awareness, some aren't aware. That's all it is. That's all that someone who's enlightened is. Buddha became enlightened metaphorically because they were aware of the wall. Staring at a wall for what, 8 years Buddha did, and a freaking tree? That's not that deep, is it? Well, what's he doing, or she? Appreciating space, appreciating their apartment, appreciating their backyard, appreciating something that doesn't move and stays there through winter and fall and summer. Wow. Making a wall relevant. A wall is quiet and kind of limiting. You sit there and look at it. Maybe it'll teach you how to be appreciative of your apartment and the mold within your wall. What else I got? Okay, well, Oh, you'll love this one. I'm going to frame this one too. What are the prime numbers of 155 and 185? I ain't got to do shit but sit on my ass. I could make millions doing this, or TED Talks, but it's not for everybody. Because this will make people nervous. This will make people that go to Area 51, that place with the UFOs, this would make them nervous. Ghost hunters, this would make them nervous. Because this is actual proof. And I don't even know how I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. That's a real Buddhist thing to say. I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. That's a Buddhist statement. The prime numbers of 185 are what? Get right to it, Jay, because we don't have time for that. 537. Remember in Sesame Street? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember that? In Sesame Street? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why was it 12? Body functions, zodiac signs, months in the year. They were using numbers to get you to see patterns in kiddie shows. Wake up, people. Now, what is the prime for 155? Your prime for 155 is 531. Okay? Now ask yourself this. How did this happen? At 5:37 p.m., this customer hit this. Ooh! People, that's a miracle. That is a damn miracle. I'm going to frame that. That's God. That's Buddha. Do you understand me? There is nothing the elite can do to me. Freemasons, Big Brother, you can give me mold, you can give me a cancer, you can give me another virus. Go ahead. I will come back here. I am not human. I'm proving it. I am in a body now, but I've been here many times doing this dance. It's called the Ramayana. It's called the Bible. It's called the Torah, Talmud, the Quran, any sacred book, mythology. That's me. I'm aware of me. I am not separating myself from you, though. I am not calling you the devotee or the person watching me. I'm not saying that you aren't involved in this. You're also in the movie. Are you aware? That makes you religious, not going into a building and reading a book that you don't understand. You must be aware of your own power and patterns. That's what your books are about. Patterns. Yes or no? How many patterns are in religion of rape? Rape happens a lot in the Bible. Fact. Go to the Quran. Rape happens in the Quran. Fact. In mythology, the rape of Persephone. That's a pattern. How do you solve rape? You must find the pattern in all of your damn stories. But you don't have time for that. Because you're an alpha male. Got a new car. Got a new computer. Got a new kid. Got a new partner. Have a new sexuality. Now you're gender fluid. Now you're pan. Now you're a woman. Now you're a man. Now you're a Muslim. Now you're a Christian. Now you're a vegan. Now you're a meat eater. Now I like you. Now I hate you. Oh, I love you, but now I'm really worried about you. You seem pretty sane. I think you might have mental health issues. You see your world today? It's bullshit. How do you survive and deal with being unique with all that freaking noise? And you got bills to pay. And you have some chronic disease that you don't know about. And you have an apartment that's full of mold right now We're being poisoned right now while listening to me talk to you. And the person responsible for that poison is in the White House or is in the Covent Garden of England, love. Buckingham Palace. Do you see where I'm going here? Let's go to India too. It's in Gujarat in their ashrams. Yes, it's called a president or some prime minister. Do you hear me? They're responsible for funding your poison and also your vaccine. It's a fact. That's not controversial or conspiracy. That's a fact. A hospital is allowed to share space with McDonald's? It's a contradiction. But it's allowed to be together. Son of a bitch. You have a hospital for health and then the place for death, conveniently, legally there. And no one asks any questions. And I'm fucking crazy for seeing numbers. No, what's crazy is that no one is aware that you're being played, and that you have poison legally poisoning you in your house right now. You don't know that. And you're worried about a needle. You're worried about your money. You're worried about your job. How about what's making your house and the stuff in your house and the filter in your AC and in your heating system? And is your landlord an asshole like mine is? Just be careful. My landlord won't do shit but mow the lawn, bless him, shovel snow. But I got broken blinds, broken stove, mold growing and shit. I'm not trying to move again either. I'm tired. I've moved all over the goddamn world. I've been through too much shit. If I get sick from this place, I will die here. No problem. I accept that. That's called being a Buddhist. Really? Of course it is. What else can I do? I go outside. I detox. I guarantee you, you can't escape mold. I got people right now that shop at my store. They're moving because of mold. I got some news for you. Mold is everywhere. It's secret. So when you're going shopping, do the math. You think that building you're in, it doesn't have mold in it? And you think that all the food you're purchasing, the food, I know people, and I'm not going to say any names, but I know some businesses that serve food and they have a mold problem. And they sell their food. I know a person who saw one restaurant in Iowa that likes to drop the food, very famous cafe, drops the food, and they pick the food off the floor and they give it to the people I used to eat there. I know a chef who chefed and saw them do this behavior. Do you know what you're eating? Do you know if it's been dropped on, pissed on? Maybe someone put it up their ass? My point is this. You don't want to be paranoid? But get your head out of the clouds and thinking that you can run away and go somewhere more pure. There is no purity when you have a system that is designed to have you embrace legal poison everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, they will leave their footprint. Why you must go outside, moon gaze, solar gaze, walk on rocks barefoot every day of your life. There's no other choice. There's no other solution but to detox by earthing is the only solution on rocks, dirt. That's it. 10, 15 minutes a day. Barefoot, stand on it, lie on it. Your stomach too. You're a smoker. You know what causes strokes? The lack of calcium. What is in the rocks? Calcium phosphate. Fact. Lie on your rib cage on rocks and help yourself if you have a smoking problem. It's called detoxing. Will it solve cancer? I don't know. I can't speak on that, but I guarantee you, ever since I've been lying on rocks, my appetite's even more different. I am not hungry at all, and I have tons of energy. It's like 8 o'clock right now, and I've had a tomato and an apple. And I could go on and on until like 5 in the morning with my brain, numbers, patterns, sex. I'm not bragging here. I'm not saying that I want all that, but yeah, sure, sex, no problem. Working out, no problem. Conversation, no problem. So where are you women at? What are you women looking for? It's weird. I mean, I'm looking at all these choices that women and men are choosing. It's always the generic, never unique, nothing personal. Just someone safe and cuddly, a bit chubby, right? Little facial hair, likes their pepperoni pizza, likes to go to the game, likes to play video games. Okay. Likes to watch Sailor Moon cartoons. This is cool. But are you happy? Are you unique? Are you still having some insecurities? And does your partner or your boyfriend or your girlfriend know how to decode that? Now that's a difference, because I know how to decode it. Your boyfriend and girlfriend might be good at this. Oh, what do you want for lunch? Okay, I got you. You want to play? Oh, what video game you want to play tonight? Oh, what magic game? Well, these are all cool things. No problem. No problem, right? These are all great. Oh, what joke can I tell you to make you laugh? This is great. But to decode someone's depression and their trauma is something different. Can your boyfriend and girlfriend do that? If they cannot, this is harsh reality. If they cannot, I guarantee you, you will not get better in that relationship. And if you have children, everything will seem cute, but it will always have mold. What's the mold? Great build. The mold is decoding your trauma. How do you do that? You have to find a way to pull out that parasite, to pull out that sexual abuse you had, to pull out the words that were put in your head that broke you down, that made you only need medication and be a junkie legally. Nothing personal, but all it does is it makes one addicted and dependent on a system that puts the mold and the sodium fluoride in your goddamn cereal, Roundup, Agent Orange, all of it's related. All of it's related, and you trust that system. But if you have a boyfriend and a girlfriend that's just living in that, and they're beautiful, and they're great in bed, right? And they're funny, and they're attractive, of course. It's not enough, honey, if they can't decode your trauma and decode your depression and your low self-esteem and why you might be eating yourself to death. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter how good you think they are. You are lying to yourself. You need someone to decode your trauma. Get a name reading from me. I'll teach you how to teach them how to get your pain out, really. I can do this. I brought one customer to tears just by telling her something in Sanskrit, that her name, Joy, the bull Nandi of Shiva. Nandi means joy in Sanskrit. Nandi, the bull. So joy to the world is the bull. That made her cry. She was having a rough day. And she hugged me in tears. I have customers tell me, thank you for calling me a goddess. My sister, who's disabled, she was so grateful that you called her a goddess. Of course, because she's disabled and people see her as a freak, I'm sure, or me with my limp as a freak. If you are disabled today, you're the new nigga. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Yep. Because I'm disabled. I can't hardly walk. I look healthy, and I get all kinds of weird, looking at my crotch, looking at my hip. They're always looking at my injury, which is where my dick is. So you know what that is? You know what I'm doing to you? I'm giving you the ability now to see who you really are. If you think you're a good person and you keep looking at my pain and worrying about my limp, where my pelvis and my dick is, you're a pervert probably. And you probably have diabetes or some kind of a cancer that you aren't privy to, and you are projecting your own fear into my hip, and my hip is showing you your limp. That's how I know you're sick. Because you did not see the human, you were looking and fearful, which means that you have something wrong with you. Sorry. I'd much rather have a limp than to have some, dormant disease waiting to kill me later in my life. At least I know what's wrong with me, and I know how to fix it. It's called hours of being humble and breaking down scar tissue and shutting the fuck up. Not worrying about if it's going to get worse, worrying about a pill, worrying about surgery, a doctor to get a new hip. I could do all those things. I'm going to suffer through this. I might be limping my whole freaking life. I don't give a what. I will do so and fix it myself. In honor of your real Jesuses. Rape victims are the real Christ. Anyone who survives poverty, real Christ, real Buddhists. Oh yeah, anyone who survives war territories, that's your Jesus Christ. That's your hero. Children who survive pedophiles, that's a Christ to me. Hi, better wake up and find your real heroes. And stop worshiping the TV. I'm going to stop now. 2 hours is good. Before I stop, I'm going to say this. So Anne Hesh, if you don't know who she is a famous Hollywood celebrity who died recently. This one died by crashing into someone's car driving on the road. And I heard apparently the reason why this crash happened was this one was high on pills and drunk while they were driving. and someone famous and crashed into someone's house, had more money than you. This one was in movies, known all over the world. Used to date Ellen, lesbian talk show host, who was really nasty to her coworkers and they hated her. And she had to cancel her show because she was an asshole behind the scenes and really nasty and rude to people. And her karma came back at her. If it is a her, wake up, people. My point is this. Your celebrities get lost in the storm. They get drunk. They die young. Do you want this? Or become your own celebrity, your own uniqueness, and see the numbers of life? So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shiva Boom Om Jai. And share my videos for the magic, for those that don't believe in it. Because it's the people who don't believe that are the majority. And if they don't believe, guess what happens? Someone else comes in, Hollywood, another version of religion, a money system, a money scam, get a job, a new pill. They come in for those people and make them sick and kill them. And most of them are people that have jobs that you know and who are good people, who shake your hand, who are poisoning them legally. They don't even know it. And I'm crazy. You're worried about my chronic pain and my limp? At least I know what my shit is. Do you know what your shit is? I'll say it again. I know what's wrong with me. Do you know what's wrong with you? And do you have a solution for someone's pain before you look at it and ask them if they have a broken leg? Do you have a solution for my broken leg? Then why are you looking at my dick? Where my pain is. I'm sorry to say that word, but it's true. Why are you watching me walk? Why are you looking at my bum bum? You horny? You see where I'm going here? They aren't just looking at your pain. They are showing their demons to you. They are lustful, probably, and they have an ailment, probably, when they look at your pain and not your humanity. Or they want to diagnose you and say, oh, did you break your hip? I had one customer think that my leg was broken. And she diagnosed me. I'm not a doctor. And I'm like, I was trying to show her where our bulk spices were. And while I was walking to show her our bulk spices, she was watching my butt and my ass and my dick pretty much. You know how weird that makes me feel as a man? That's sexual harassment, kind of. Is your leg broken? I'm like, honey, I'm helping you try to find spices. You worry about my leg? And do you have solution from my leg? Why are you looking at my lower region, boo-boo? You like me? Just say so then. Stop being weird. Say you want to fuck me or you want me. Don't play with my mind. That's also flirt. Yes, it is flirting. Of course it is. Women are weird like that. Did you break your leg? I noticed you were walking funny. If you don't have solutions, stop noticing everyone else's problems. If you don't have solutions, stop noticing everyone else's problems. It's a mantra. If you don't have the solution, stop acknowledging someone's problem and stay in your place. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya for Vishnu on that one. And God bless my chat room.